reshuffle has taken place. King Salman has replaced key security and political figures. They include Foreign Minister Adel Jubeir, whose job is now taken by former Finance Minister Ibrahim Assaf. Jubeir has been moved to a more advisory role as Minister of State for Foreign Affairs. His successor, Assaf, was detained briefly in the Ritz-Carlton Hotel last year during the crackdown launched by Crown Prince Mohammad bin Salman. The reshuffle comes as Saudi Arabia seeks to repair its tarnished image after the murder of Jamal Khashoggi. The journalist disappeared in October after entering the Saudi consulate in Istanbul. His death is seen as the worst diplomatic crisis for Riyadh in 2 decades.
Öldürüldü, artık ayan beyan ortada da.
The cover-up was one of the worst in the history of cover-ups.
اختفاء المواطن عاشرا
Crown Prince, MBS, ordered the killing.
The Crown Prince has nothing to do with this issue.
Did MBS lie to you, sir?
I can say this, he's got many...
Khashoggi seems to have been a part of a power struggle within the Saudi royal family and between the Saudis and Qatar. Is this reshuffle an effort by the Crown Prince to further consolidate his power? What do you think?
Well, I mean, it looks like, essentially, there's absolutely no doubt that the Khashoggi killing has, as well as other controversies, have tarnished the image of MBS and Saudi recently. There's been greater scrutiny of Saudi's war in Yemen, and Jubeir took a controversial stance towards Canada over their criticism of Saudi human rights. He's been very visible as a defender of Saudi policy, and his removal will imply a change of policy. It's certainly a move by MBS to consolidate his position as the future by deflecting criticism against through this demotion, essentially. I think what's a fairly obvious observation, but I think there's other factors here as well. Jubeir has been keen to support U.S. presence in the Middle East and to highlight the threat of Iran. And Trump has recently announced the U.S. is going to withdraw from Syria and has signaled that the U.S. will decrease its level of intervention in the region. So this is a policy change which will require a different style of foreign policy from Saudi Arabia, and possibly less aggressive, less outspoken, and less confrontational. Jubeir's replacement, Assaf, he's a finance minister for 20 years. He's from the old guard. He's got a deep knowledge of Saudi's relationships and economic interests. I'd expect his approach to be more low-key and pragmatic and try to reflect the changes in strategic landscape in the wake of diminished American presence.
Now, Russia also says the United States should not interfere in the Saudi royal succession. Do you think Russia sees this as an opportunity to strengthen its relations with Saudi Arabia?
The change in ministers does open a door for Russia. It de-emphasizes the importance of American presence, and perhaps collaboratively they can potentially work better together on Syrian reconstruction if Saudi has a more pragmatic approach.
All right, thank you for talking to us on the phone there. Ms. Radha Stirling joining us from Spain.